We barely managed to survive the fight from yesterday. Additionally, we're extremely low on food, and we're struggling to get anyone healed up before these raids continue. Our goal today is just to hold this position for as long as possible. Hopefully we can get strong enough to be on par with the bandits. Maybe at that point we can continue pushing towards Squin. We barely just left the hub and have been at a complete stalemate due to these bandit raids. But with each attack our warriors become stronger and stronger. Hopefully soon we'll be able to push back. As expected though, the next bandit raid immediately rushes in. We're doing much better than what we were in the previous fight, with the bandits starting to drop very quickly. We come out of the fight victorious and begin healing as quickly as we can. Perhaps this was the break we've been waiting for. We're starting to run down to our last few pieces of meat, and we divvy them out sparingly, hoping to make them last as long as possible. The last few days of fighting have stained the ground with blood. It's been a massacre, but this is only the start to our campaign. X is still being locked up by the Holy Nation, and we need to put a stop to their slave mongering. First, we need to survive the constant bandit raids attacking our camp. As these fights carry on, the bandits become less of a threat and are extremely persistent, sending multiple raids at us every single day. If we want to break free from this, we need about a solid day to heal and rest up, but the bandits won't give us that opportunity, which means if we want to get out of here, we have to be able to fight them off without losing too many people. With our warriors weakened, Ruka springs forward and pulls one of our companions out, bringing him over to a bed, then Ruka jumps right back into the fight. We survived another fight, but can we hold out long enough for the rest of us to heal? That way we can continue moving on. A few dust bandits wandered through camp and started hacking us. This might be a good opportunity for us though to see if we're able to take on a dust bandit. It's not an easy fight, but this time we got the numbers, so we managed to pull through okay. Getting everyone healed up is still our number one priority. We have to be able to pull out of this stalemate. We're starting to become on par with the bandits though. Dawn of a new day arrives. We managed to make it through the night without any incidents. Things are starting to look up for us. We might be able to pull through this after all. We almost managed to make it through an entire day without any more bandit attacks. Shortly before dusk though, the next patrol of bandits arrive. Being attacked so frequently though, our warriors are becoming formidable, and these bandits are taken out swiftly. We took out all the bandits without any of our men going unconscious. We still continue to heal and rest up though as much as possible. If we want to be able to get out of here, everyone's going to have to be able to run. Days of fighting have left the battlefield soaked in blood. With everyone finally recovered, we begin breaking down our camp, hoping to make our getaway as soon as possible. We continue south, following the river for as long as we can. As we continue south, we start to see more fertile land. Maybe this area will be a good base location. By nighttime, we made it to the swamp. Without any idea of what's in store, we continue pushing through, in hopes to find some sort of life. We made it through to another morning without any issues. Feeling good, we continue to push through the swamp. We spoke too soon, though, as people start to collapse from hunger. We have got to find a town or hunt some animals or anything for some food, or this journey is going to end quickly. Not finding any life in the swamp, we proceed on into the region of Shem. We see a small village off in the distance. It's the first sign of life we've seen in days. As we're nearing the village, we see this strange big thing charge at a group of bandits that were off to our left. I don't know what that thing is, but I'm glad it attacked them and not us. The beak thing defeated the group of bandits, and now it's attacking us. It looks fairly wounded, though, so this shouldn't be a problem. Oh my gosh, this thing does crazy damage. This beak thing was way tougher than it looked. It might have actually killed us if it wasn't already halfway injured. We do our best to bandage everybody up. We're right outside of a town, so we can't stop here. Plank heads off to go check out the shops. All they sold were animals in the town, and while that's good to know, it's not something we can afford right now. It appears like there's some flat area nearby that has some copper and iron nodes. Maybe that'll be a good spot for a settlement. So Plank groups back up with the others and they continue setting off on their journey. This spot here will become the foundation of the new town of Burntopia. We've got iron, we've got copper, water. It should be perfect. All we have to do is just be able to survive the wildlife and bandits. With no time to waste, we begin constructing farm plots, stone quarries, and as well we build a little shack. And by nightfall, our initial construction is complete. We then try to outfit this little shack with the basic necessities, to try to keep us going for as long as possible. As dawn approaches, we've survived our first night here. Everyone immediately jumps to work mining resources. That way we can process them into construction materials as well as iron plates. And from that we'll build this city. A group of beak things come to welcome us to the neighborhood, and they immediately try to eat our miners. The beak things are an absolute menace, taking out our weaker companions almost immediately. Our best fighters are giving it everything they've got to hold in there. If we don't win this fight, the big things will just start eating us alive. If that happens, Burn's story will be over. We've got no choice but to win. Only Burn and Orin are still up. However, there's only one beak thing left standing. I believe they can do it. We barely managed to survive that encounter and have to spend the rest of the day healing. More beak things can be seen out in the distance. Hopefully they don't engage us and just continue walking by. While we're still picking ourselves up from the last fight, a group of hive traders roll in. Maybe they'll have some food and medical supplies that we can take. They didn't have a lot of what we needed, but something is better than nothing, and the hive traders left as quickly as they came. We have another round of beak things coming in, and I can already tell that these are going to be more of a problem than what the bandits were. We need to spread out. If the beak things catch us like we are now, all grouped up, then they'll be able to damage many of us at once, which could lead to us being killed. At least the bandits didn't kill us, they were just after our food. But with the beak things, we are the food. After just barely making it through that last encounter, we have no choice but to start packing up and leaving. We're almost out of food and we're extremely low on medical supplies. We have a decent foundation set up for Burntopia. We just need to restock on our supplies and then make another attempt. Additionally, we need different crops. We brought green fruit this time, however, this area is too arid and the fruit doesn't grow. It won't be easy for us to get out, and of course we get attacked by bee things immediately as soon as we start leaving. Close to this nomad village, so if we can just survive this encounter, perhaps we can take shelter there. But now, why is there a beak thing over there in town? Uh-oh, I can't tell if the beak thing is eating nomads or if it's eating bandits. But if this town's fallen, then that doesn't look good for us. They were much more secure than we were. Even though we're weak and injured, we have to do what we can to help our neighbors out. With no time to waste, we begin our assault on the beak thing. We must save this town. Burn, being our strongest warrior, leads the charge with no fear. This beak thing is powerful, but we outnumber it, and he can't take all of us at once. After a bloody struggle, we managed to defeat the beak thing, but now what remains of this town? We spend the rest of the day healing up before we approach the town, just in case there's any more enemies still lingering. Each healing session takes us closer and closer to starvation, though. At this point, we're very pushed for time. As nighttime approaches, though, we begin heading out once again. We approach the town, but it looks abandoned. Were we too late? Did the beak things already wipe them out? Additionally, our companions are starting to collapse due to starvation. We have no choice but to keep pushing. We can't linger here very long. Starvation is getting to us, and we've got a long journey ahead before we get back to Squin. Will everyone be able to make it, or will we start dropping like flies? Tune in next week to find out what happens next in Burns' adventure, and as well as the fate of this town. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.